What's up, y'all? I'm Kerry.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And this is the Kerry and Dee Dee Show.
What's up?
So, before we start, if you are new to us, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, and what?
Rate the video.
And rate the video. And so let's get into it. Today, we were watching MSNBC, and we saw a transgendered homosexual couple. The story was called My Dad is Pregnant. Now, the reason why I say homosexual is because they were both cisgender women who trans to men, and which makes them gay. It's confusing. You know what? And I thought I had a handle on it until I saw this today. I really I'm a little confused.
Yeah. I have to say, like, no shade to anyone, no disrespect, no nothing like that. We come in love, right?
Yeah.
But I have to say that I was confused after watching this. I was like, okay, the couple they have 3 children. I think I didn't catch all of it, but I think the 2 older kids
were adopted.
I think they were adopted, and then there was a baby. Now, one of the transgender men had the baby, so he had a child, and he wants another child. But at the same time, because he's considered a man, he doesn't feel comfortable being associated with she or anything, of a woman. And hearing that, I just thought, okay, but you're having kids.
It threw me up for a loop because his verbiage,
It is storming.
It is storming here. Okay. His verbiage was, "I don't want to be considered a woman at all."
Right, but
or was it one of? It was just, but he had to get off his T to be able
to get pregnant.
To get pregnant, and I was a touch confused because you don't want to be considered a woman.
But you're doing the very thing that
women
kind of, the very thing that basically solidifies a woman as being a woman. The fact that women can, have babies. And I just was confused because I'm like, okay, well, if I was a transgender man and, I'm a man, or I'm
trans to man.
Right.
I wouldn't want to.
I want to be a man. I don't want to be considered a woman anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with being a woman. It's okay to want children, but I wouldn't want to have the child myself because
I would want to take the man's role.
Yes, I have to push this baby out, or I have to have a C-section to have a baby. That kind of would make me feel like, hey, I'm really not a man. I am a woman, because naturally men can't have babies. So it's just confusing. I don't understand. Like, you don't want to be considered a woman.
I mean, really didn't want, because he said that he didn't want his breasts anymore because that made him feel like a woman.
So, but then you're fine with being able to have a baby. I would think that in that person's thinking that they would feel like, you know what, I don't want to have anything that's associated with being a woman. I will adopt the baby. I'll adopt the child, because then, and at the same time, it's like your partner, which is a transgendered male, you can't get sperm from him to have a baby. So where are you getting the sperm from? Is it from a sperm donor? So you're going to get a sperm donor, and the sperm has to be injected into your vagina, and you have to, and you get pregnant. To me, that's like the very thing that, kind of would reiterate that would make you feel like you are definitely a woman. So I'm just confused as to how could you do that, but then when you say your breast reminded you of you didn't want your breast to remind you that that you were a woman, you want to be far away from that, but then you could carry a baby, a second child,
the thing that
right, just the whole fact that when you go through that process of getting sperm inseminated into you, it's going into your vagina.
Well, not,
it's injected.
Not injected. It's
So how do they do it?
I mean, it's in vitro. So
they just, what do they do?
It's
they
implanted into the womb, but not
implanted. Well, injected, implanted, do it like some type of tube. Yeah. They put it, or however they do it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's like, that made me confused. Not confused as to transgender people or anything like that, but just confused as to if that person was confused. And this is not for everybody, because, like, we realize that everybody's not the same. Everybody's different. Some people may feel like this is the way they want to do it. It doesn't apply to everybody. I get that. But just this situation here, this situation here just made me kind of confused. It took me back a step, like, okay, do they really know what they want to do? Because it's like sending mixed signals. And if you're a person who are not really knowing what you want to do or really sure, and it's kind of difficult for other people to kind of understand or get a better understanding of what it is, I don't know, just to understand the whole thing in general. Because let me tell you, I really was confused. Like, I don't know, like.
Well, the biggest thing was the kids. One of them had Asperger's, and he was going to the school where. And the
other one also had some type of mental challenges as well.
So they were going to school, and the kid was like, my dad is pregnant.
Right.
And they sent I hate to laugh, but they sent the kid home. Well, they called the kid's father and said, not only do we think he has Asperger's, but he's delusional, because he said that the father was pregnant. Mm-hmm. So they didn't think that they could help him anymore because he not only had Asperger's, but he was delusional. Mm-hmm. Well, the father went to the school and explained to them what was going on, and one thing led to another, and both kids got kicked out of the school.
Right, and the kids were crying.
The kids were crying, and it made me feel sad because the kids, they love their school, they love their teacher and everything, but they didn't. It's a hard world out there.
They didn't really understand the whole why they were being kicked out or anything like that. But my thing is this, with this particular situation, not for everybody, not for every situation, but this particular one that I saw on the show, I just was wondering, like, you're having a hard time as it is. Why would you want to add things to that to perpetuate the situation, to make it worse? Like, why would you, it's almost as if he was adding things to complicate the already complicated situation. I mean, if there are gay people who have children all the time, they adopt or however they go about doing it, they do it all the time. It's just, if you say that you don't want to be associated with a woman, I just don't understand the whole concept of you being okay with carrying a child. I would think that you would be more apt to adopt or just,
And with love, because this is like a series of these videos that we've done with love, because once you think you got it, you really don't.
Because I was like, okay.
Because when people talk to us, we're like, no, that's not how I go. We think we're like authorities on some shit, and then something else comes in. It's like, whoa, why didn't?
Yeah, but I was just totally confused. Yeah, I was just totally confused as to really. Okay, they're both transgendered men. And they're in a relationship. So are they considered just a gay couple?
Well, they are a gay couple, but they're not lesbians. They are
gay because they're
homosexual. Men. I mean, they're not
but lesbians. Do they consider themselves
gay men?
Gay.
They consider themselves as gay men.
Gay men.
Mm-hmm. They're not lesbians. They're gay men. There's like two transgendered women, and they hook up. They're not gay men. They are lesbians.
And then I wonder if it was, the opposite way, if it was a transgender woman who wanted to have a baby, but you still have a penis, and do you go get with a woman and get her pregnant so you can have a child, but you're considered a woman? It's just confusing.
It's
I don't know. This story of I just sat there and watched it just to kind of see where it was going, to get a better understanding.
I really got a headache. Yeah,
I did too. Really I was like, okay, what do you want? Like, what? I don't understand it. I don't understand. It really confused me because I was like, okay.
And we want to know better. That's why we asked the question, because this is a complicated topic, and you don't want to. throw
right.
shade.
You don't want to,
and
none of that.
None of that.
But it's just like we were told before. It's person specific. It's different situations for just like in life. Period. It's everybody. So maybe that person, that was that person and how they felt. But I'm just saying by watching that specific, situation, it took me back because I'm like, okay, for that person, not for everybody. Why? Like, okay, you were so sick with having breasts because it made you, think that you were a woman, but.
It reminded you that you were.
But I mean, I just had to say, if I had to push out a baby, and I'm transgender, I'm a transgendered man, and I'm sitting there looking like a man and everything, and I'm on the table, I gotta raise the legs up and push that baby out. I mean, to me, that's the ultimate reassurance that I'm a female because men aren't designed to do that.
Right.
So it's like it's confusing to me. I would think that would be more of it, and your breast wouldn't be such a big deal.
Yeah, because I know dudes who got breasts.
Yeah, definitely. Shit. They sure do. Shit. So I would think that the breast wouldn't have been the biggest issue.
The carriage.
But I do think that the
uterus at least.
But you can't. I guess get your uterus taken out. You sure can.
Yeah.
You sure can. I was going to say you can't, but yeah, you sure can. And you can't have no babies if you do that. So I think that would be something that would be considered. Lots of women get their uterus taken out.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's not something that can't be done.
But I think that person probably they're fine with the partial physical transition, and I guess he was fine with keeping his reproductive system because of possible wanting to reproduce. So,
but then it's like, where are you? You going to get sperm? You going to get a sperm?
I guess. So that you would feel like, all right, I'm a man. A man can reproduce, so I should keeping my organs and everything intact means that I can reproduce too, just in a different way. It would be more
optimal if you could get sperm from your partner.
Yeah.
But you can't even get sperm from your partner. But so you just go get anonymous sperm. I mean, people do it all the time.
People do that all the time.
People do it all the time.
This scenario just was weird because she wanted to have the baby. He wanted to have the baby.
He could have just got somebody else to carry the baby.
Yeah, I would think that would be much better. Or
it's
like
something like that.
You can use my eggs,
right?
And we'll put my eggs and whatever sperm we got, and we get a surrogate, and they carry the baby, and that way I keep my thing as being a man, but this is my biological child because this is my egg and somebody else's sperm, but this is my child, 100%, as opposed to you having you're saying it just seems like a back and forth. You're saying that you're a man, but yet you want to carry a baby. It's just a little weird, but
it just was confusing to the fact that he.
I don't mean weird in a bad place. It's just it was weird.
I was confused because I'm like, okay,
I thought one way and then turn around and it's a whole other way.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and you know what? Leave some comments, and please don't leave no fucking shady ones because we ain't in this trying to disrespect anybody. We're just trying to figure some stuff, find out some things, and that way we can share it. We have friends, we have people that we talk to, and everything, and we shed light on some things. It spread. It's like a seed, a wildfire. One spark and it spreads, and people start to understand. Yeah. But if you start throwing me some fucking shade, then it doesn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. Let's stop being shady and let's converse with each other.
Yes.
Please.
So, on that note, let us know what you guys think. And
and go to our blogger site and leave some comments there too. We're gonna be doing that. So y'all have a good one.
What is you left the link to the blogger site?
The link will be on the video.
Oh, okay.
So y'all have a good one, and see you later.
Peace out.